गुड इवनिंग ऑल ऑफ यू। कैसे हैं सब लोग? इज ऑडियो वीडियो क्लियर? जस्ट गिव मी द कंफर्मेशन। इज ऑडियो वीडियो क्लियर? जस्ट गिव मी द कंफर्मेशन। Okay, so excellent. Audio video clear for everyone? Just give me the confirmation. Yeah, good evening. Okay, you're from Kolkata branch. Okay, very good evening all of you. कैसे हैं सब लोग? How is everyone? How is the preparation going on? All good? Okay. Yes. Okay, so audio video clear, so do not waste the time. So let's continue. So in the session, in this session we are going to go through get through questions. Okay, operating system question practice series. Okay, we are going to discuss various questions with respect to operating system. So hope you completed all your preparation, revision, and the test series is going on. Okay, right. So be ready with the paper and pen. So I'll give the sufficient time to answer the questions. Read the question carefully. Carefully read the question, whatever the question is coming up, and remember, I jumbled all the questions. I not followed the proper sequence. Why? Because I want to cover the entire syllabus, and question can be from any topic, any sequence. So it is not like okay, we followed the proper sequence. Okay, while discussing the classes. Okay, I'm not followed those sequence. Okay, right? So jumbled type questions will come. Okay, be ready. Yeah. So stress will be there. Deepa, somebody is saying, your friend is saying, right. Right. Okay. So don't worry about the stress and other things. I will give some information to you. Okay, at the end. Okay, somebody feeling stressed, somebody finding various problems. Okay, don't worry. We'll try to discuss if the time permits at the end of the session. Okay. Right. So all of you ready? Just give me the comment. All of you ready? Be ready with the paper and pen. So the pattern will be like, I'll show you the question to you. First question will be coming onto the screen. Okay, right? My pura side ho jaunga. And after that, okay, you take time and you solve that and you give your answer in the comments. Okay. Some numerical type questions are there, MSQ is there, and MCQ is there. All variety of questions are there. Okay, right? So once you solve the question and you give the answer, and later I am going to solve the question. Okay, right? So make sure your calculations are correct. Make sure your calculations are correct. Okay, right? So let's begin. The first question on the screen. Hope all of you ready. Okay, right? First question on the screen. I will maintain silence. Make sure your calculation is correct. I will maintain silence and give your answers in the form of comment. Read the question carefully. I think question is visible clearly. See, remember, I take time. Okay, you can take 1 minute more time, but try to give the right answer. Make sure your calculations are correct. Everyone must give the answer. Make sure you give the answer. Everyone must give the answer. Everyone must give the answer. Whether right or wrong does not matter. Everyone should give the answer. Okay. Right. Majority is giving the right answer, but somebody is given the wrong answer also. Okay, fine. Yeah, Rakesh, right answer. Okay. I'll give those names who are doing mistake. Deepai, wrong answer. Just verify. And teenager coder. Okay, wrong answer. And Samarth, wrong answer. Just verify once again. Yeah, Piyush, I'm good. How are you? So last 1-2 minutes, guys. Last 1-2 minutes. Right. Okay. So time up, guys. I gave sufficient time. Many people given the right answer, but some people not answered also. Right. Remember, when the question is easy, okay, make sure your speed is good. Okay. When you feel that question is doable, question is very simple and doable, make sure you speed up. Okay, on that particular question, because you have to manage both speed, time, and accuracy. Everything you have to manage speed and accuracy. See, what is the question saying? Consider system with the two-level paging is used with the TLB support. the access time for TLB is the 20 nanoseconds, and while the main memory access time is 80 nanoseconds. That is given. And next, what is said that he has not given any TLB hit ratio directly. Directly TLB hit ratio is not given. What is given? Okay, 130 pages references, 130 pages references found in TLB out of the total 400 references, okay, generated. What is the effective memory access time? Now tell me, you need to find out the first TLB hit ratio. 130 pages found out of the 400. So what is the TLB hit ratio? Tell me. TLB hit ratio is what? 130 divided by 400. So what is the answer coming up this? 0.325. So that is the hit ratio. And TLB hit ratio, this means miss ratio you can find out. What is the formula we have directly? Effective memory access time. Okay. Effective memory access time equal to, okay, with the two level paging, okay, x into c plus m plus 1 minus x into c plus, okay, टू लेवल पेजिंग है तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा बताओ, 3m होगा. ठीक है, ये तो क्लियर है. सो x इज व्हाट 0.325 और TLB एक्सेस टाइम कितना दिया आपको 20 नैनो सेकंड्स था. करेक्ट. So that is 20. Everything is in the nanoseconds. No need to worry. So next main memory access time is in the 80 nanoseconds plus 1 minus x is how much? 0 point. How much is that coming? Okay, 1 minus x. How much is that coming? 0.675. 0.675. Okay, it is not visible to you. Not visible. Okay. Okay, screen is not visible. Okay. So I'll ensure that I'll write, okay, in the down now. Okay, just wait. Okay, I think the second line is visible. I think everybody knows the formula. Okay, formula is known to everyone. So 3 into 80. So you just need to find out this answer. Okay, that is 208 nanoseconds. So everything is in the nanoseconds. No need to worry. Okay. Yeah. So teenager coder, you forgot 1m. Okay. So remember, टू लेवल पेजिंग है तो यहाँ पे 3m होगा. टू लेवल पेजिंग है तो यहाँ पे 3m होगा. करेक्ट. So we clearly discuss everything in the notes, in the classroom. Yeah, formula is not visible. Okay, fine. Formula is not visible. Okay, somebody is saying. Okay. Yeah, next question onwards I'll write here. I think formula shall I write here? So see this here, I'm writing formula here. Okay, I'm writing here effective memory access time equal to x into c plus m plus 1 minus x into c plus 3m. I think this is visible, right? I think that is visible. Okay, fine. So let's move on to the next question. Next question on the screen. Carefully read the question and solve. Carefully read the question and solve. Question on the screen. Try to understand the question. Try to understand the question carefully. Read the question carefully. This is the simple question, but the way it is asking, the question is asking the different thing. Read the question carefully. This is a simple and good question. Read the question properly, what he is asking. The amount of this page which is not used for page table dash in bytes. Teenager coder, what is the answer? Everyone must try to solve the question. Everyone must try to solve the question. Remember 48 bits virtual address space. Okay, in the sense like virtual address only you have to consider. Bits में दिया, it is only address. Don't think it's address space. Bits में दिए तो address only. I think everybody knows that. 48 bits is a virtual address. Bits में दिए तो address होगा. It is not address space. Yeah, Nishikumar, just check. Try to solve. What is the answer? I'm expecting answer. Nishikumar, what is the answer? Is not asking number of levels. Read the question. What is asking? See, you cannot expect the same type of question generally what we study in the class. The question is slightly variation will be there in the question. The slight variation will be there in the question. What happened? Very less people are giving the answers. Everyone must try to solve the question. Okay, I'm giving you the hint. Okay, I'm giving you the hint. See, is indirectly asking the internal fragmentation. Indirectly is asking internal fragmentation. Yeah, Ratnesh Pandey, I'm good, beta. How are you? He is indirectly asking internal fragmentation. Yeah, Ankit Patel, it is good if you do okay previous years also, right? If you have a time, better go through that. Yeah, Sandeep, you are online batch. Yes, I remember. Okay. Right. Last 1-2 minutes. Last 1-2 minutes. Very less people are answering. Okay. Last 1-2 minutes. Okay. Fine. So let's try to solve the problem. Right. I think I gave sufficient time. So let's move on. Consider system with a 48 bits virtual address. Okay. And 4 GB byte addressable physical memory. Okay. The operating system uses hierarchical paging. Okay. Where innermost level page table contains frame number. Innermost level page table contains frame number that everybody knows. And the page table set level other than the innermost level contain address of the page table at its next level. Okay, that is also very clear for us. And innermost table. Okay, next page table entry size at each level is what 4 bytes. Page table entry size is given as what 4 bytes, and page size is what 4 KB. Page size is what 4 KB. And next page table at outermost level uses. Okay, this line is important. Okay, page table at outermost page table uses only one page. Outermost page table जो है, okay, it will use only one page. Okay, the amount of this page which is not used for page table. Okay, indirectly you need to find out what is the last level page table size, because that will use exactly only one page. Only one page को वो यूज कर रहा है, वो वन पेज को यूज करे तो उसमें कितना एक्चुअल का पेज टेबल साइज है और कितना वेस्टेज है. ओके, इनडायरेक्टली इज आस्किंग व्हाट internal fragmentation in the okay last page, like a first level page table, or we can say outer page table. Okay, see, first step what you have to do, see, understand, take out the values. Okay, virtual address is given as what 48 bits. Okay, page size, tell me what is the page size given to you, 4 KB. Page table entry size is given as 4 bytes. Page table entry size is given as what? 4 bytes. Correct. This is the data given to you. Right. So PAS is what? 4 GB. So that is not required as of now. First time paging करे तो क्या होगा? Series here. First time paging कर रहा है. First time paging करे तो page table size. You find out page table size. First time paging करे तो 2 power 48 divided by page size is what? 4 KB. 2 power 12. So multiply with the entry size, that is 4 bytes. That is 2 power 36. This is 2 power 36, correct? And this is 2 power 2. 2 power 2 bytes. That is 2 power 38 bytes. That is the first time paging. See, now tell me 2 power 38 is less than page size. Okay, देखो page table size should be less than or equal to what? Page size होना चाहिए. ऐसा क्यों होना चाहिए? Because outer page table is okay is only within one page only. It is inside one page. So जब तक page table का size less than or equal to page size नहीं होगा तब तक आपको paging करना पड़ेगा. So देखो first time paging करें तो page table size 2 power 38 bytes less than or equal to page size कितना है बताओ 4 KB. So 2 power 12 bytes. True or false? False. Now second time paging करोगे, देखो second time कर रहे हैं, second time paging करे तो पेज टेबल साइज फाइंड आउट है. ओके, उसके ऊपर पेजिंग करोगे आपका 2 पावर 38 बाइट्स डिवाइडेड बाय पेज साइज 2 पावर 12 बाइट्स. बीबी कैंसल. मल्टीप्लाई विद द एंट्री साइज इज व्हाट? 4 बाइट्स. सो दिस इज 2 पावर. ओके, हाउ मच इज दिस कमिंग हियर? 2 पावर 26 मल्टीप्लाई विद 2 पावर 2 बाइट्स. दैट इज 2 पावर 28 बाइट्स. नाउ चेक इट आउट. 2 पावर 28 बाइट्स less than or equal to 2 power 12. True or false? False. False है. Next थर्ड टाइम भी पेजिंग करना पड़ेगा क्योंकि जो भी पेज टेबल आया वो एक पेज के अंदर फिट नहीं होगा. ओके, बिकॉज आउटर मोस्ट पेज टेबल इज ओके इनसाइड ओनली वन पेज. इट इज क्लियरली गिवन इन द क्वेश्चन, राइट? So that is not coming inside the one page. So third time you are doing paging. So third time paging करे तो पेज टेबल साइज क्या होगा? So you divide that page table 2 power 28 bytes divided by 2 power 12 bytes. Multiply with the entry size 4 bytes. So BB cancel. So this value is coming up to be 2 power 16, correct? So multiply with 2 power 2 bytes. That is 2 power 18 bytes. So 2 power 18 bytes. Now check it out. 2 power 18 bytes less than or equal to 2 power 12 bytes. True or false? False. देखो अभी भी वो पेज टेबल आया, वो पेज के अंदर नहीं आ पाएगा बिकॉज उसका साइज ज्यादा बड़ा है, राइट? पेज साइज छोटा है, राइट? सो नेक्स्ट टाइम फोर्थ टाइम यू आर डूइंग पेजिंग. फोर्थ टाइम पेजिंग करें तो फाइंड आउट पेज टेबल साइज. पेज टेबल साइज उसके ऊपर कर रहे हैं 2 पावर 18 बाइट्स डिवाइडेड बाय 2 पावर 12 बाइट्स. तो मल्टीप्लाई विद 4 बाइट्स. तो बीबी कैंसल. तो 2 पावर 6 इंटू 2 पावर 2 बाइट्स. So 2 power 8 bytes, that is the 256 bytes. So now tell me 256 bytes. Okay, see this here, 256 bytes less than or equal to, okay, right? Page size कितना है बताओ? 4 KB है. Okay, 4 KB. So that is 2 power 12. Same. Now tell me this is true or false? True. Now, okay, now after solving all this, you need to find out. देखो outer most page table जो है उसके लिए भी कितना पेज देना पड़ेगा बताओ? आउटर मोस्ट पेज टेबल है, आउटर मोस्ट पेज टेबल का साइज कितना है? आउटर मोस्ट पेज टेबल का साइज कितना है? दिस वन, ओके, 256 बाइट्स है. वो 256 बाइट्स का पेज को भी, ओके, 256 बाइट्स का पेज टेबल को भी एक पेज में तो रखना पड़ेगा. ओके, राइट? एक पेज तो देना ही पड़ेगा उसको भी, राइट? तो ये बोल रहा है क्वेश्चन में, ये बोल रहा है ये पेज टेबल को रखने के बाद हाउ मच मेमोरी, ओके, इज वेस्टेड. इनडायरेक्टली इज आस्किंग इंटरनल फ्रैगमेंटेशन इनसाइड द पेज. That is the question. Now tell me what is the page size? Page size is how much? Page size is 4 KB. 4 multiply with the 1024 bytes. That is 4096 bytes. Okay, ये आपका पेज साइज है. ये पेज साइज है. तो ये पेज साइज में कितना यूज किया आपने, इतना पेज टेबल को रखा आपने, इधर लिए देखो 4096 bytes minus 256 bytes. This is the what you need to find out. Okay, 4096 minus 256 bytes. What is the answer coming here? 3840 bytes. Remember, this is the answer. This is the answer. This is the answer. 3840. That is the answer. Is this clear for everyone? Is this clear for everyone? Just give me the comment. देखो generally okay up to this extent we generally solve, okay we generally solve, we study in the class. थोड़ा मैं मॉडिफाई किया, थोड़ा वेरिएशन किया क्वेश्चन में, इधर लिया, ज्यादा टफ नहीं है, ज्यादा टफ नहीं है, बट वेरी लेस पीपल गिवन द आंसर. Clear for everyone? Clear for everyone? Okay, okay. Sandeep, thank you. Okay, Sandeep, thank you. Okay, right. So okay, मतलब outer page table actually requires how much size? 256 bytes only. उसको तो 256 bytes का ही साइज चाहिए, मगर अपने को तो देना तो पेज साइज, एक पेज तो देना ही पड़ेगा. इधर लिया, मतलब कोई बहुत पतला स्टूडेंट है उसको भी एक चेयर तो देना ही पड़ेगा. पतला है बोल के आधा चेयर नहीं दे सकते, इधर लिया, राइट. सो पतला है तो भी उसको एक चेयर देना पड़ेगा. जनरली वी डिस्कस, वी से दिस इन द क्लास. यस और नो? Correct? Okay, so just take it in a lighter note. Okay, don't take it in a serious mode. Chalo, let's move on to the next question on the screen. So this question is based on the concurrent programming. So this is the MSQ here. Carefully read the question. Carefully read the question and solve. Actually, similar type of question we solved. So this is the similar type of question we solved. Yeshwant, don't use the chat GPT. In the exam, how you follow chat GPT? Thank you, Sandeep. Keep in touch. Carefully solve. Pixel perfect. That's the MSQ question. Question is MSQ. Each one, thank you. Thank you, beta. Carefully solve. Take your time, but give the right answer. Go to the question carefully. The question is based on concurrent programming. Question is based on concurrent programming. Actually, we solved similar kind of questions in the class. You just need to verify all possible final values of x and y very carefully. Question is MSQ, I said, and you need to be very careful when the question is MSQ. Solve carefully. Similar kind of questions we solved. Many questions we solved. What will be the final values of x and y after completion of the above concurrent program? Right. Excellent. Okay. Right. I think time up, guys. Okay. So many people are giving right answer. Right. So many people given the right answer. Okay. So what is the right answer for this question? B, C. B, C is the right answer. So I am giving the answer here. B and C is the right answer. See, initial value x is 0 and y is 0. Just understand here. So you need to think how you will get final value of x is 2 and y is 7. Okay. Right. Check it out. X is 2, y is 7 if you want. So first I will execute this. X equal to 2. Right. See this here. Later y equal to 7. Okay. Right. So x equal to 2, y equal to 7 आपको final चाहिए. तो final चाहिए तो this should be executed in the last. Correct. So first I execute this. See number 1 I am executing this. देखो y equal to 5. उसके बाद number 2 इसको चला रहा हूँ. X equal to x plus 5. So that is 0 plus 5 7. Sorry, 0 plus 5 5. So next number 3 I am executing this. X equal to 2. So now x value will become 2. Number 4 I am executing this. Y equal to y plus x. देखो 5 plus 2 कितना होगा? देखो x equal to 2, y equal to 7 possible है final value, that is option B. Now in the same manner you just check okay, initial value x is 0, y equal to 0. Now check x equal to 7 चाहिए, y equal to 12 चाहिए final value. How that is possible? So now see this here, x equal to 7 final चाहिए. x equal to 7 अगर final चाहिए तो पहले इसको खत्म करो, x equal to 2 को करो. देखो x equal to 2 फाइनली किया. ओके अभी कर दिया. उसके बाद नेक्स्ट टाइम एग्जीक्यूटिंग नंबर 2 y इक्वल टू 5 इसको चला रहा हूं. देखो यहाँ पे इसको चला रहा हूं y इक्वल टू 5. देखो y वैल्यू क्या हो जाएगा बताओ? 5 होगा. नेक्स्ट नंबर 3 मैं इसको चला रहा हूं x इक्वल टू x प्लस 5. देखो x प्लस 5 ओके x प्लस 5 मींस 2 प्लस 5 कितना होगा? 7 होगा. और नेक्स्ट नंबर 4 मैं इसको चला रहा हूं y इक्वल टू y प्लस x. देखो 7 प्लस 5 कितना होगा बताओ? 12 होगा. देखो x इक्वल टू 7 y इक्वल टू 12 फाइनल वैल्यू पॉसिबल है. सो दैट इज ऑप्शन सी हियर. Now remember, you can try in any possible manner. See this here, x equal to 6 and y equal to 7, ये तो possible नहीं है, right? And next remember, x equal to 2 and y equal to 12 final value भी possible नहीं है. देखो x equal to 2 अगर है finally, इसके बाद आप इसको चलाएंगे तो obviously क्या होगा? ये 7 ही होगा, 12 होने का चांस नहीं है. समझ में आया? Right. So right answer is what? B, C. B, C is the right answer. Okay, fine. So let's move on to the next question. Be ready, be ready. Somebody solving any wrong answer, somebody solving anything by mistake, we are getting wrong answer. Don't worry. Okay. Make sure you maintain the same kind of emotion, for every question. Remember the very important point I always say in the class, no emotions for the question. Question sahi bhi hua, no emotion. So question galat bhi hua, no, don't feel very अच्छा हुआ तो don't feel excitement, बुरा हुआ अच्छा नहीं हुआ तो don't feel bad. So maintain the same kind of emotion for every question in the exam. That is the okay balanced mind you have to maintain. Okay, next question on the screen. This is okay based on the theoretical type conceptual question. Read the question properly. Sometimes English is also important. Yeah, Yashwant. यशवंती ओके राइट दैट्स address only, address only. Bits में दिया तो address ही मानना है बेटा. Okay, it is given address space there, but obviously address space cannot be in the bits, so consider that as address only. Read the question. It's a MSQ only. Okay, I have not given it's a MSQ or MCQ. Yeah, Kriti Gaurav, it is coming. Don't worry. We planned for all the subjects. It's a MSQ. Okay. Right. Yeah, so this is a conceptual question based on the deadlock, and definitely everyone should solve this. Okay. Last 1 minute. Everyone is not giving the answers, so please give me the comment. Please give me the comment. Okay, right. So excellent time up, guys. Majority given the right answer, but some people given the wrong answer. Okay, just verify which of the following statements are correct. Okay, for the deadlock avoidance algorithm. Okay, every unsafe state leads to deadlock. So this obviously false. Okay, remember every unsafe obviously will not lead to deadlock. So it may or may not. Okay, right. So that is the reason when you draw the diagram. Okay, every unsafe के अंदर deadlock लिखेंगे. Is that clear? Right. So remember we write how the diagram will look like. Okay, see this is the safe state and this is the unsafe. Okay, for example, in the unsafe, okay, you write some part you write as a deadlock. So this diagram only clearly indicates that okay, every unsafe is not the deadlock. Is that clear? So that is false. Okay. Now second one, every deadlock system implies unsafe state. That is not true. Okay, if the system is in the deadlock, definitely it is unsafe only. Is that clear? The system in the deadlock, definitely it is unsafe. Next, safe sequence may not be unique. There can be multiple safe sequences. So this is true. Obviously, when you are finding any particular safe sequence, you cannot say that that is the only safe sequence available. There can be multiple safe sequences. Okay, right? It cannot be unique. Okay, it may not be unique. And next, if there exists a safe sequence, then definitely in the current scenario there is no deadlock. So this is also true, right? So when you find okay, safe sequence is existing, if you are having the safe sequence, it means definitely there is no deadlock in that particular scenario with the given values. Okay, system is safe means okay, definitely there is no deadlock. Is that clear? So BCD is the correct answer. Okay, so you need to select BCD. So that is the MSQ question, right? So move on to the next question. Next question on the screen. Carefully read the question. This is the numerical type based on same deadlock avoidance. Based on the deadlock avoidance, don't make any simple basic calculation mistakes. Carefully read the question and solve, because this type of questions will create a trouble. So you get negative marks if you do mistake. This type of easy and moderate questions are very important. Carefully solve this question, because easy moderate questions, these kind of easy moderate questions will create a trouble. Remember your first answer matters, because in the exam hall, okay, you will not have a chance to, okay, see other people comment, or okay, I am saying, okay, it is a wrong answer, verify once again. So that is not possible in the exam hall. Your first answer really matters. See, remember, assume that R1, R2, R3 has the resources available before the allocation. It means there is a total available resources. Correct? Okay. Right. So let's move on. Last 1 minute. Okay. So fine. It will not take this much time to solve the problem, right? So this is the total available. So you first find out remaining need is given to you directly, right? See, this is R1, R2 and R3. So very clearly given. So next you find out current available. So how much is the current available? So just find out current available. So this is the total available. Now tell me total current allocation is how much? Total current allocation. This is the 7 here, and this is the 2 here, and this is the 3 here. Now tell me what is the current available? Okay, this is the R1, R2, R3. Correct? See, now just find out total available minus total current allocation. 7 minus 7, that is 0. And 4 minus 2, so that is 2. Correct? And next 3, okay, right? 7 minus 3, so that is the 4. This is the current available. Okay, I think that is clear. That is the current available. Okay. Is it clear for everyone? That is the current available, 0 to 4, right? Now you find out which one you can satisfy. Is it possible to, okay, execute, okay, is it possible to execute P1 here? P1 का remaining need यहाँ पे 1 चाहिए, अपने पास 0 है, तो you cannot start with the P1. P1 पहले start नहीं हो सकता है. P1 cannot be first. P1 cannot be the first. Okay. Now can you satisfy, okay, P3 here? देखो P3, okay, how much is required? 3 required here, but we are having only 2. Okay, remember P3 cannot be first. Okay, please understand that you cannot start P3 first. P3 को पहले नहीं चला सकते. P3 को पहले नहीं चला सकते. किसको चलाना पड़ेगा? P2 को चलाना पड़ेगा. Okay, right? See, I'm writing here. So P2 को पहले चलाना पड़ेगा. Why? Because P2 requires how much? 0 to 3. अपने पास कितना है? 0 to 4. Can you satisfy the remaining need? Yes. So once P2 completed, what will be the current available? एक बार P2 complete हो गया, this will be added to current available. Okay, correct? ये तो क्लियर है ना? कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर है? अगर ये ऐड हो गया तो ये क्या हो जाएगा? 2 होगा, और 1 प्लस 2, that is 3 here, and 1 plus 4, that is how much here? 5. So 2, 3, 5 current available. Now with the 2, 3, 5 current available, okay, now first after that next you can take what? Okay, can I take P1 here? P1 requires 101. Yes, you can take P1. Can I take P3 here? 0, 3, 2. Okay, it requires 0, 3, 2. Can I take? Yes. So after P2 you can take P1. Okay, like after P2 you can also take what? P3. Is that here? Right. So next after P1 you can take what? P2. Sorry, P3. And here you can take what? P1. So these are the safe sequence possible, right? So system is in unsafe state. This is false. System is in the safe state. P3 execute first. Remember, P3 will not execute first. पक्का P2 को ही पहले एग्जीक्यूट करना पड़ेगा. P2 को ही पहले एग्जीक्यूट करना पड़ेगा, right? अब नेक्स्ट सिस्टम इन सेफ स्टेट एंड P2 एग्जीक्यूटेड लास्ट नहीं, P2 एग्जीक्यूटेड लास्ट नहीं है, P2 को कंपलसरी पहले ही एग्जीक्यूट करना पड़ेगा. P2 should execute only first. It is not in the last. Okay, that is also false. Right answer is what? None of the above. So D is the right answer. So many people given the wrong answer for this type of question. I said always I'll say okay, easy moderate questions are game changing questions. Easy moderate questions are game changing questions. ये क्वेश्चन में अगर गलत किया तो सडनली रैंक डाउन हो जाएगा. टफ क्वेश्चन है, ओके, यू कैन लीव दैट क्वेश्चन, ओके, दैट इज फाइन, बट ऐसा क्वेश्चन ओके गेम चेंजिंग होता है. Many people given the wrong answer, so carefully, okay, read the question and solve. Is that clear for everyone? Okay, move on to the next question. I think we are spending more time, okay, for every question. Read the question carefully and try to solve. This again numerical type question. Your calculation matters. Yeah, Nishu Kumar, in that case, that may be correct, obviously. We think with respect to question only. Read the question carefully. Don't be in a hurry. Numerical type question. The question is based on this scheduling. Make sure your calculation is correct. Nishikumar, we studied in the class. In case if you are a married student, Nishikumar, are you a married student? Even if you are not married student, from wherever you study, generally you will study the concept and the theory with respect to C scan and C look. Yeah, Nishikumar, wherever it is, you may not be from married, it's okay. You have done self preparation. Okay. Okay. Last 1-2 minutes, guys. Carefully solve. Last 1-2 minutes. Okay. Right. What happened? Many people are not giving the answers. Looks like your calculations are very slow. Okay. So fine. Okay. Now see, understand here. Disk is having 150 cylinders. Observe this question here. Disk is having 150 cylinders and numbered from 0 to 149. Right. Currently the disk arm is at what? 80. Okay, this clearly given. Okay, current position of the read write header is what? 80. And moving towards the higher cylinder. Okay, the question is having complete clarity. So there are the disk access requests for the cylinders. Okay, it's given as 30, 78, 96. Okay, the numbers are given. Requests. Okay, number sequence is given. What will be the absolute difference between traverse? Difference traversed by the read write head when C scan is used. C scan means what? Circular scan, and C look means what? Circular look. Okay, right? The question is clear. Question is clear, correct? Okay, right. See, observe here. Then why you are doing mistake? This is very clear. The current position of the read write header is the 80. Okay, it is moving towards the higher cylinder number. Okay, 80 to 149, and it's the C scan है, circular scan का बता रहा हूँ. C scan 149 से directly किधर jump करेगा? 13, and next request will be satisfied from this side. So if you follow the C scan, you are getting 296. 296. Okay, right. And remember same manner, if you follow C look और C scan में difference क्या है? Scan will go till last track. Okay, scan will go till end of the track, but look will not go like that. So look will go from 80, it will go to what? The last pending request here, that is 149 तक ही जाएगा, 149 तक जाएगा. So from 149 you come back to the next request here. Okay, in this direction the next request, so that is a 13. Our 13th it will satisfy the remaining requests. So if you solve that total distance traversed by reader header using C look, okay, it is the 296. And here the first one is the 296, second one is what? 254. Okay, C look. So it is asking the difference, 296 minus 254. The answer is what? 42. Okay, the many people given the right answer also, right? But somebody given small mistakes, wrong answers are also there. Okay, so carefully you need to solve the question. Okay, right. So don't worry, remember when the question is based on the calculation, you need to maintain the patience. I always say in the classroom, okay, in case you are a married student, okay, your friend is saying, Lavanya, shift 2 papers are more calculative. No, who told you that shift 2 papers are more calculative? Okay, remember, okay, what kind of difficulty will come in which paper? First paper में आएगा, shift 1 में आएगा, shift 2 में आएगा. No one can guess. It is unpredictable. Please don't follow any rumors outside. Please don't follow any rumors outside. Okay, right? So come back to this. Now what I am saying, when the question is based on the calculation, you need to maintain the proper patience. See, in the exam, okay, you have all kind of questions. Logical questions will be there. Theoretical questions will be there. Calculation based questions will be there. Some questions will be irritating questions will be also there. But you need to maintain the stable mind. You need to maintain the stable mind in the exam hall. Okay, that is very important. That is very important. Okay, right. So smile karo, move on to the next question. Okay, maintain smile. Okay, be ready and smile karo, move on to the next question. Next question on the screen. Next question on the screen. This is based on the CPU scheduling, again based on the calculation. Make sure your answers are correct. So process number P0. This is the P0 here, P0 P1, arrival time 00. This is 00248. Check karo is asking, what is that he is asking? Preemptive priority scheduling algorithm use average waiting time and the priority lowest number is the highest priority. Check that values clearly. He is asking average waiting time. Remember, when the question is based on the calculation, maintain the patience. मैं थोड़ा साइलेंस रहता हूं ताकि आप लोग डिस्टर्ब ना हो. Yeah, Kaushal Gupta will solve. The preemptive priority and is following lowest number is the highest priority. See this here, 0 is the highest priority and 4 is the lowest priority. So many people are in the live, okay, requesting everyone to give your answers. 49, 50 people are there in the live. Okay, right. So preemptive priority scheduling algorithm is used. See this here, average waiting time is asking. So somebody is giving wrong answer, somebody is giving right answer. Okay, Ankit Patel. Okay, and your different names are there here, very difficult to pronounce. Kaushal Gupta, wrong answers, and Lavanya, wrong answer. Ratnesh Pandey, wrong answer. Okay, so 8 is the right answer. Eight is the right answer. देखो कैलकुलेशन का भी स्पीड मेंटेन करना होगा, स्पीड एंड एक्यूरेसी एंड कैलकुलेशन का स्पीड. So when this kind of question is there, you can take maximum 3 minutes, not more than that. Okay, right. So if you want, I will show you the Gantt chart here, and if you want, I can explain also, right? See the Gantt chart, just go to the Gantt chart here, and I have given clearly the waiting time. Waiting time is clearly given, okay, right? So the answer is 8. So if you want me to solve, okay, I can explain clearly one by one. पूरा Gantt chart बना के solve करो बोले तो solve भी कर सकता हूँ, because time waste होगा. Generally सब लोग जानते हैं how to solve this preemptive priority. Okay, that is a simple one. Is that clear? Right. See, just make the observation how much time you are taking for the question. So I will also follow. Right. Right. Okay. No need for explanation. Right. So now the time is 7:20. Okay. Right. So almost 7:19 हो रहा है. Okay. 7:20 हो रहा है. Next question on the screen पे लाऊंगा. Let's take how much time you are taking. Okay. Let's take how much time you are taking. Carefully solve. Carefully solve. Okay. Next question on the screen. Be ready. Be ready with the paper and pen. Read the question carefully. What he is asking. Okay. Right. Next question on the screen. Remember, this is the process number, arrival time, and this is the bus time. process number, arrival time. AT is arrival time, BT is the bus time. What is the percentage of throughput for the system using FCFS scheduling? First come, first serve scheduling in the schedule length of the processes. Schedule length is considered to be the time difference between last process completion and first process arrival. He is asking the throughput. Nishu Kumar, you find out the answer. Okay. Okay, you have written the answer, right? Okay, fine. So different people are giving different answers. Carefully solve. That is just FCFS. First come, first serve. Okay, different people are giving different answers. Okay, Sandeep, you have attempted ISRO exam. Okay, ISRO mock interview में गए थे. Okay, fine. Very good. निशु कुमार, don't say that. क्या फायदा सिलेक्शन तो नहीं हुआ ऐसा मत बोलो. He went till interview, right? That's a great achievement. Next time he will select definitely. Okay. Okay. See, for this question, different people are giving different answers. I don't understand. Somebody is saying 25, okay, 26.0809 and 26.09. Multiple answers are coming. 24 is also coming. Okay. Last 1 minute. Carefully solve. Okay, just FCFS only. First come, first serve. Okay, right. Okay, see, let's understand here. I am solving the question. Just observe here. I am solving the question. Just follow the FCFS. Okay, time up. Time always starts at 0. At the time 0, nobody is available. So 0 to 1, CPU is the idle. So at the time 1, only P4 available. So start with the P4. P4 requires 2. So it will complete at the time 3. Now by the time 3, what is the other process available? Now P4 completed. What is the other process available? Only P6 available. Correct? So take the P6 here. Now P6 requires what? 3. So that is 6. Now P6 completed. And once P6 completed, present time is 6. By the time 6, if you observe this one and this one, these two are arrived. So ये दोनों में पहले कौन आया था बताओ? ये 4 पे आया, ये 5 पे आया. So next is what? P3. P3 requires only 1 7. And next is what here? P2. Okay, P2 requires 2 seconds, that is 9. Now just carefully check present time 9. By the time 9, is there any other process available? No. Next one is coming. This is coming at the time 10. This is coming at the time 11. So now present time 9. Time 9 पे कोई process नहीं है. तो 9 to 10 CPU क्या होगा? Idle होगा. Now at the time 9, okay, 9 to 10 CPU idle होगा. At the time 10, now P5 available. So you take the P5 next. Now P5 requires 7. Okay, that is 17. Now P5 completed, and the last one is what? P1. So process P1 requires what? 9. So that is 26. Correct? Okay. So now you need to find out number of processes is what? 6. Now schedule length कैसे होगा? Max of completion time minus minimum of arrival time. Max of completion time 26 minus minimum arrival time is 1. So that is 1. So that is 6 by 25. So that is 0.24. Okay. Now remember in the question is asking percentage. So what you need to type? 24. 24 you need to type. 24%. 24 आपको type करना होगा. Is that clear? So if you miss that idle, you will get 25. Okay. Different answers you are getting. So carefully you have to solve. Is the calculation is correct? Is that clear? Okay, correct. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Next question is the simple one only, just for revision I have brought. This is the MSQ question. Now think carefully here. TAT means turnaround time, BT means bus time, CT means completion time, and W2 means waiting time, RT means response time. MSQ. It's the MSQ. Read carefully. Read carefully. That is the MSQ question. Okay, read the question carefully. It's a MSQ. Oh, okay. Sandeep, Nishu, okay. You both were in the last waiting list. Okay. Oh, Nishu, you were also in the last in the waiting list. Okay, fine. It's okay. It's okay. Done, guys. See, this is a easy question now, right? Easy question also somebody doing mistake. So we cannot wait more time. See this here. By using any of two parameters, completion time, waiting time, bus time, response time, and arrival time, what can be the formula for turnaround time? See, the basic formula everybody knows. Turnaround time is what? Completion time minus arrival time. So this everybody knows, right? So generally B option definitely correct, because it is MS. You need to observe other thing. Generally waiting time formula is what? Turnaround time minus bus time. So this is the formula for waiting time, right? So by using this you can also find out turnaround time. So if you take the turnaround time, what is that? Waiting time plus bus time, correct? Waiting time plus bus time. Okay, so see this here, waiting time plus bus time, where is that available? Okay, in the option. So remember, so what is the right answer? B comma D will be the right answer. B comma D will be the right answer. Is that clear for everyone? Okay. So majority given the right answers. Okay, right. So move on to the next question now. Remember, next question is a very good question now. So carefully solve that. Okay, next question is a very good question. Be ready with the paper pen. स्माइल करो सब लोग, स्माइल करो सब लोग. क्वेश्चन को समझना इंपॉर्टेंट है. तो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन थोड़ा ट्रिकी है, तो डिफरेंट टाइप क्वेश्चन है. ओके, फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट राइट आंसर देना इंपॉर्टेंट है. रीड द क्वेश्चन केयरफुली. मैं थोड़ा पहले ही थोड़ा आपको प्रिपेयर कर रहा हूं, तो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन के लिए थोड़ा ट्रिकी है. ओके, रीड द क्वेश्चन केयरफुली एंड लेटर यू कैन आंसर. ओके, राइट. तो बी रेडी. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन ऑन द स्क्रीन. पेपर पेन से सब लोग रेडी रहो. सिट प्रॉपरली एंड मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Read the question carefully. Read the question and answer. Question on the screen. Read the question carefully. Read the question carefully. Understand the terminology of the question. Read the question carefully. Read the question carefully. See, understanding the question is important. Solving the question is the secondary thing. First, understanding the question is important. Understanding the question is important. Read the question carefully. Multiple answers are coming. Okay. Yes. हैदराबाद में है. What is your name? You kept a different name. What is that name? Read the question carefully. Different people are giving different answers. So many different answers coming. Okay, right. Last 1-2 minutes I'll wait. I'm going to explain that. Many people are giving wrong answers only, right? And many people have not given the answers. First of all, बहुत लोग आंसर ही नहीं दिए, बहुत कम लोग जवाब दिए. Okay, right. It's okay. I'm going to discuss that. I'm going to explain that. Okay, see this here. So how you are going to solve the problem? It's okay. It's okay. I give sufficient time, guys. I give the sufficient time. Consider a set of 20 processes. Okay, with the same arrival time of 0. Each process is associated with the 40 identical requests. Okay. Actually, this is not creating any trouble for us, and this information is not required. How many identical requests it is having does not matter in this question. Okay. And each request consumes 50 milliseconds of CPU time. Okay, it is very clearly saying, don't confuse that. Okay, don't confuse that. The terminology in the question also you should understand. Okay, each request consumes 50 milliseconds of CPU time, after which only it generates its response. Is that clear? तो इसका मतलब 50 सेकंड कंज्यूम करने के बाद ही वो रिस्पॉन्स जनरेट करेगा. वो पहले रिस्पॉन्स जनरेट नहीं करा. 50 सेकंड कंप्लीटली ओके कंज्यूम करने के बाद, इतना क्लियरली दे रखा है क्वेश्चन में, 50 सेकंड कंप्लीटली कंज्यूम करने के बाद, यानी 50 सेकंड सीपीयू टाइम लेने के बाद ही ओके रिस्पॉन्स जनरेट करेगा. So once the first process generates the first response, then the second process will continue with the first request. तो इसका मतलब पहले फर्स्ट प्रोसेस कंप्लीट करेगा फर्स्ट रिक्वेस्ट, उसके बाद दूसरा प्रोसेस कंटिन्यू करेगा फर्स्ट रिक्वेस्ट, उसके बाद तीसरा प्रोसेस कंटिन्यू करेगा फर्स्ट रिक्वेस्ट, उसके बाद 14 प्रोसेस कंटिन्यू करेगा, फोर्थ प्रोसेस कंटिन्यू करेगा फर्स्ट रिक्वेस्ट. So that is the okay process. There is a mandatory CPU scheduling overhead for each request is 5 milliseconds. मतलब हर प्रोसेस को क्लियरली दे रखा है. There is a mandatory CPU scheduling overhead for every process is a 5 millisecond. हर प्रोसेस के लिए मैंडेटरी CPU शेड्यूलिंग ओवरहेड है ओके 5 मिलीसेकंड्स का. ठीक है, राइट. सो एंड द टाइम क्वांटम फॉर ईच रिक्वेस्ट इज व्हाट 50 मिलीसेकंड्स. Anyway, time quantum is also 50 milliseconds and it's consuming for every request 50 milliseconds. So not any problem. Then calculate the response time of first request. Response time of first request of the last process. Okay, now let's make the Gantt chart here. Arrival times are 0, right? अब देखो पहले first time always starts at 0, right? Every process के लिए mandatory CPU scheduling overhead है, mandatory CPU scheduling overhead है, right? Clear? Mandatory CPU scheduling overhead कितना दिया बताओ? Mandatory CPU scheduling overhead 5 milliseconds है, okay? Correct. देखो फर्स्ट CPU scheduling overhead रहेगा, ओके? लेट्स आई एम राइटिंग अ स्टार CPU scheduling overhead 5 मिलीसेकंड्स पक्का, मतलब प्रोसेस सिलेक्शन के लिए कुछ भी कर रहा है, मैंडेटरी CPU scheduling overhead 5 मिलीसेकंड्स है, ओके? 5 मिलीसेकंड्स है। उसके बाद P1 का फर्स्ट रिक्वेस्ट को अपन ले रहे हैं, कितना प्रोसेस है पूरा 20 प्रोसेस है। P1 का फर्स्ट रिक्वेस्ट ले रहा है, रिक्वेस्ट के लिए कितना टाइम लगेगा 50 सेकंड। तो देखो 50 सेकंड 5 + 50 कितना होगा 55। तो मतलब ये पूरा 50 सेकंड कंज्यूम करने के बाद ही देखो P1 का रिस्पांस आया, ओके? P1 का रिस्पांस आया पूरा 50 सेकंड कंज्यूम करने के बाद, ठीक है ना, राइट? तो मतलब P1 का रिस्पांस कब आ रहा है बताओ 55 पे आ रहा है, ओके? नेक्स्ट अभी P2 का फर्स्ट रिक्वेस्ट लेंगे, मगर बीच में क्या होगा शेड्यूलिंग ओवरहेड रहेगा, समझो मैं स्टार लिख रहा हूं। शेड्यूलिंग ओवरहेड कितना है बताओ 5 मिलीसेकंड, तो 55 + 5 कितना होगा 60। उसके बाद P2 का फर्स्ट रिक्वेस्ट चल रहा है, P2 का फर्स्ट रिक्वेस्ट है, अब कितना होगा P2 का फर्स्ट रिक्वेस्ट से कितना टाइम लगेगा 50 सेकंड, तो 60 + 50 कितना होगा 110, करेक्ट 110। तो नेक्स्ट अभी P3 का ले रहा है, नेक्स्ट उसके बाद P3 के लिए भी पहले क्या होगा CPU शेड्यूलिंग ओवरहेड होगा, कितना होगा CPU शेड्यूलिंग ओवरहेड 5 मिलीसेकंड, तो 115 होगा। तो नेक्स्ट P3 का फर्स्ट रिक्वेस्ट होगा, P3 का फर्स्ट रिक्वेस्ट, ओके, रिक्वेस्ट के कितना टाइम लगेगा 50 सेकंड, तो 165। तो देखो P2 का फर्स्ट रिस्पांस कब आएगा, फर्स्ट रिक्वेस्ट का फर्स्ट रिस्पांस, फर्स्ट रिक्वेस्ट का रिस्पांस कब आएगा, ओके? रिस्पांस कब आएगा इधर लिए 110 पे आ रहा है, और P3 का फर्स्ट रिक्वेस्ट का रिस्पांस कब आ रहा है 165 पे आ रहा है। तो इन द सेम मैनर क्वेश्चन में क्या पूछ रहा है ऐसे ही करना पड़ेगा, तो क्या पूछ रहा है देन कैलकुलेट द रिस्पांस टाइम ऑफ फर्स्ट रिक्वेस्ट ऑफ द लास्ट प्रोसेस। टोटल हाउ मेनी प्रोसेस आर देयर 20 प्रोसेस है। देखो फर्स्ट प्रोसेस का रिस्पांस कब आया 5 + 50, ओके, दैट इज 55। सेकंड प्रोसेस का रिस्पांस कब आया 2 × 5 + 50, दैट इज 110। देखो यहाँ पे फर्स्ट प्रोसेस का रिस्पांस 55, सेकंड प्रोसेस का रिस्पांस 110, थर्ड प्रोसेस का रिस्पांस कब आएगा 3 × 5 + 50, दैट इज 165। चेक करो 3 × ओके 55 165, करेक्ट? सो इफ यू फॉलो द सेम प्रोसेस, अभी 28th प्रोसेस का फर्स्ट रिक्वेस्ट का रिस्पांस कब आएगा 20 × 5 + 50, दैट इज 1100 1100 1100 is the right answer. So this is what you need to type, that is the right answer. Is that clear for everyone? Yeah, Sandeep, thank you. Is this clear for everyone? The question is clear for everyone. The right answer is 1100. Check करो आप लोग कैसे किए थे, and for this question almost 90% wrong answer only given, okay, right? Around 10% सही answer, 2-3 people given the right answer, okay, very good, excellent. Lavanya, very good, Lavanya and Gauranshi Goyal, and next who has given the right answer, Yashik Verma, okay. So 4-5 people, 2-3 people given the right answer, so that is excellent, okay. See, sometimes the question looks very lengthy. देखो first time when you are reading this question in the exam hall, you imagine the situation, you imagine the feel, okay. जब फर्स्ट टाइम ये क्वेश्चन अगर आप ऐसा क्वेश्चन एग्जाम में आप पढ़ रहे तो जनरली थोड़ा डर तो लगेगा, मगर डर गए तो आप डर ही जाओगे, ओके। मगर पूरा क्वेश्चन एक बार पढ़ लिया समझ लिया तो उसके बाद क्वेश्चन करने के लिए बहुत इजी है, क्वेश्चन करने के लिए इजी है। 2-3 people given the right answer already, 2-3 people already given the right answer, okay, right. तो क्वेश्चन इजी था मगर समझने के लिए टाइम लगेगा, ओके। कॉन्सेप्चुअल क्वेश्चन समझ लो, You can name it whatever you can name, but question is easy only, right? No, Sartak का okay, it is clearly given ना, फर्स्ट प्रोसेस का ओवरहेड मिस कर दिया था, ओके 1095 आया, ओके तो इसलिए क्वेश्चन में क्लियरली बोला देयर इज अ मैंडेटरी सीपीयू शेड्यूलिंग ओवरहेड, ओके सी देयर इज अ मैंडेटरी सीपीयू शेड्यूलिंग ओवरहेड फॉर ईच प्रोसेस, क्लियरली गिवन फॉर ईच प्रोसेस 5 मिलीसेकंड, okay so question is having a clarity, okay right and Manish Kumar Gupta is saying sir first class का overhead miss कर दिया था, okay ठीक है and Sartak is saying sir response time of request was asked so shouldn't be the 1045 no see देखो clearly बताया ना response कब आएगा, जनरली अपन क्लास में पढ़ते वो response time अलग है, क्लास में जो पढ़ते वो अलग है, ओके उसको नहीं देखना, ठीक है ना, यहाँ पे बोला पूरा 50 सेकंड कंज्यूम करने के बाद ही उसका रिस्पांस आएगा, इतना क्लियरली बताया क्वेश्चन में। तो क्वेश्चन में थोड़ा चेंज हो सकता है ना, एग्जैक्टली यू कैन नॉट फॉलो द सेम थिंग व्हाट यू स्टडीड, देयर मे बी अ माइनर चेंजेस इन द क्वेश्चन ना, थोड़ा मॉडिफाई करके भी पूछ सकते हैं, राइट एग्जैक्टली सेम टाइप क्वेश्चन पूछना जरूरी नहीं है ना, यस नो करेक्ट, okay so move on to the next question, right only 2-3 people given the answer, okay that was a good question, right move on to the next question. This is again a calculation based question, डायग्राम बना के कैलकुलेशन बेस्ड क्वेश्चन ना, केयरफुली रीड द क्वेश्चन, ऐसा लेंदी क्वेश्चन बहुत सारे होते हैं, ऐसा लेंदी क्वेश्चन बहुत सारा है भी, ऐसा लेंदी क्वेश्चन बहुत सारे होते भी है और ऐसा बहुत सारा लेंदी क्वेश्चन है, read the question carefully. Okay Manishka, how are you? Read the question carefully, read the question, if you do simple mistake you get the wrong answer. I always say the same thing, when you are having the lengthy question, patience you need to maintain. Make the table first based on the percentages given. Based on the percentages given, first make the table, then you can make the Gantt chart. Okay, very less people are giving the answer. See, this the concept is based on the CPU time and IO time. Somebody is saying not able to understand the question. गेट अप क्यों डर लग रहा है? तुमने पूरा अच्छा से तैयारी किया ना, पूरा साल भर पढ़ रखा है। गेट अप, क्या नाम है आपका? गेट अप, तुम जो बता रहे हैं ओके, क्यों लग रहा है? यू हैव डन द वेरी सिस्टमेटिक प्रिपरेशन फ्रॉम लास्ट 6 to 8 months, तो डरने की क्या बहुत जरूरत है बताओ? आर यू गिविंग द टेस्ट सीरीज? जस्ट रेक्टिफाई द मिस्टेक्स। Last 2-3 minutes, otherwise I'll explain. Read the question. Samartha, thank you, beta. Okay, right. See, first thing is what making the table. So this is the table. Okay. So he said first 20% 20% of time doing CPU. Correct. So next what he said in the question. Read the question carefully. Like 60% of time doing IO and last 20% of time doing what CPU. Okay. See, 60% of doing IO and 20% of doing what CPU. So if you divide the bus time, so this is how you make the bus time, correct? So then what you have to do, tell me, you need to find out what अभी next क्या करना पड़ेगा, next क्या करना है बताओ, make the Gantt chart using longest job first, non-preemptive longest job first. See this here, time always starts at 0. Okay, arrival at 0, very clearly given, you no need to worry, right? Shall I go through the question? You want me to go through all the process arriving at the time 0, very clearly given, with the total execution time, okay, 20, 10, 10, 20, that is given. Each process spends the first 20% CPU time, 60% IO, and last 20% time doing again CPU. Okay, the operating system uses non-preemptive longest job first. Okay, everybody knows that. Okay, next he has given okay, how the scheduling is going to happen. Okay, it is not having any significance. We know that already. Generally, we follow that. Assume that IO operations can be overlapped as much as possible. IO can be happen parallelly chalega IO. And what is the average completion time of the system? Indirectly, all the process. Then when the same bus time for multiple process arrive, high priority given to what? Lowest process ID. In case if the bus times are matching, go with the lowest process ID. So, okay, because arrival times are 0. Correct? The question is clear. Somebody is saying the question थोड़ा समझ नहीं आया. Yes, okay. Your friend is saying that when the exam, in the exam, if this kind of question comes, you need to maintain the patience, cool mind. The first important thing is a cool mind is required. Okay, patience, cool mind is required. So first time always starts at 0. Longest job first. So सबका arrival time same है, दोनों का bus time match हुआ, तो वो with the lowest process ID P0. देखो P0 चला रहा है. So at the time 0 all are available, right? Longest job तो IO के लिए कोई भी नहीं है. Okay, देखो CPU के लिए all are ready. P0, P1, P2, P3. IO के लिए nobody ready. Okay, IO के लिए nobody ready. So it requires 4 longest job first. Non-preemptive है तो पूरा 4 सेकंड चला दोगे, ठीक है ना? राइट, 4 सेकंड चलाया तो नेक्स्ट प्रेजेंट टाइम 4. नाउ P1, P2, P3 रेडी फॉर CPU. IO के लिए कौन रेडी है बताओ? P0 रेडी है, तो इसका पूरा खत्म हो गया. नाउ इट्स रेडी फॉर CPU IO. Now next, okay, among these two is the next longest here, P3. So you take the P3. P3 requires 4, so that is 8. तो इसका 4 खत्म होगा, तो इसका 4 IO खत्म होगा, तो 8 बचेगा. आई थिंक यू शुड नो द कॉन्सेप्ट. कॉन्सेप्ट आपको क्लियरली समझ में आना चाहिए, कॉन्सेप्ट आपको मालूम होना चाहिए. आई थिंक ये थोड़ा विजिबल नहीं है क्या? लेट मी यूज द रेड कलर, मैं तो ऑरेंज कलर भी यूज कर सकता हूँ. राइट, तो यहाँ पे 4 कट किया तो 0 हो गया था, यहाँ पे 4 कटे तो यहाँ पे 8 बचेगा. ये क्लियर है ना? राइट, तो ये 4 खत्म हो गया तो 0. ठीक है, तो नाउ प्रेजेंट टाइम इज 8. नाउ टेल मी एट द टाइम 8 इसका भी ओके CPU खत्म हो गया, रेडी IO. ठीक है, तो नेक्स्ट नाउ यहाँ पे लिख रहा हूँ P1, P2 बोथ आर रेडी फॉर CPU. देखो दोनों का बस टाइम मैच हुआ तो लोएस्ट प्रोसेस आईडी P1 चलाओगे. P1 को 2 सेकंड चाहिए तो 10 यहाँ पे 10 होगा, तो 2 सेकंड इसका चलाएंगे. तो IO के लिए यहाँ पे कौन रेडी था? P0, P3 रेडी था. तो P1 का 2 सेकंड CPU कट करना है 0, इसका 2 सेकंड कट करो 6 बचेगा, इसका 2 सेकंड कट करो तो 10 बचेगा. करेक्ट. अब बताओ नेक्स्ट, प्रेजेंट टाइम 10 है। नाउ हु इज रेडी फॉर सीपीयू हियर? ओके, नाउ P2 रेडी फॉर सीपीयू, यहाँ पे लिख रहा हूँ। हु इज रेडी फॉर IO हियर? P0, P1, P3 रेडी फॉर IO। नाउ ओनली P2 रेडी फॉर सीपीयू, नो कंफ्यूजन, टेक P2। इसको 2 सेकंड चाहिए तो 12 होगा, तो इसका 2 खत्म हो गए तो 0 होगा। और ये तीनों का भी 2-2 सेकंड खत्म होगा, इसका 2 खत्म होगा 4 बचेगा, इसका 2 खत्म होगा 4 बचेगा, करेक्ट, राइट। नेक्स्ट, इसका खत्म हो गया, इसका भी 2 खत्म होगा तो 8 बचेगा। इज दैट क्लियर? अब नेक्स्ट, नाउ प्रेजेंट टाइम 12 है, प्रेजेंट टाइम 12। देखो अभी क्या होगा, इसको 4 सेकंड चाहिए, इसको 4 सेकंड IO चाहिए, इसको 6 चाहिए, इसको 8 सेकंड चाहिए। तो नाउ हु इज ओके, CPU विल बी आइडल फॉर व्हाट? 4 सेकंड तक। 4 सेकंड तो चाहिए IO, 4 सेकंड आइडल होगा, तो क्या हो जाएगा? 4 12 प्लस 4 16, यहाँ पे 4 सेकंड आइडल होगा। समझ रहे हैं सब लोग? 4 सेकंड आइडल होगा। 4 सेकंड आइडल में क्या हो जाएगा? इसका 0 होगा, इसका 0 होगा, इसका 2 बचेगा, इसका 4 बचेगा। तो नाउ प्रेजेंट टाइम 16, हु इज रेडी फॉर CPU? देखो ये दोनों का तो IO खत्म हो गया, दोनों भी रेडी है CPU के लिए। देखो यहाँ पे लिख रहा हूँ P0 P1 रेडी है, और IO के लिए कौन रेडी है बताओ? अभी भी P2 P3 रेडी है IO के लिए, ठीक है, राइट। सो P0 ओके, P1 बोथ आर रेडी, लॉन्गेस्ट जॉब तो P0 है, यू टेक P0। तो उसको 2 सेकंड चाहिए तो 4 सेकंड चाहिए तो क्या होगा? 20 होगा। so it is completing at the time 0। ओके, क्लियर? P0 कंप्लीटिंग एट द टाइम 0। तो अभी यहाँ पे 4 सेकंड में ये क्या हो जाएगा? इसका ये भी 0 होगा, इसका ये भी 0 होगा। तो उसके बाद ये तीनों अवेलेबल है, ये तीनों अवेलेबल है। तो नेक्स्ट ऑब्वियसली यू टेक व्हाट नेक्स्ट? P3। P3 कंप्लीट्स एट 24। और उसके बाद ये दोनों में किसको लोगे बताओ? P1 26। और उसके बाद लास्ट में ये क्या है बताओ? P2 दैट इज 28। तो कंप्लीशन टाइम बताओ, कंप्लीशन टाइम P0 कंप्लीशन टाइम 20, ओके, और P1 completion time 26, P2 completion time 28, okay, this is P0 P1 P2 and P3 completion time 24, correct। तो ये सब ऐड करो, राइट, ये सब ऐड करो, राइट, ओके, डिवाइडेड बाय 4, दैट्स इट, ओके। ये सब ऐड करो तो हाउ मच इज द वैल्यू कमिंग हियर? टोटल करके डिवाइडेड बाय 4 करो, ओके, टोटल करके डिवाइडेड बाय 4 करो, तो आंसर इज व्हाट? 24.5, okay, right? So that is the right answer is what? A is the right answer. Check it out. टोटल करके डिवाइडेड बाय 4 करो। Is this clear? Okay. This is how you have to solve. The question is lengthy. Question may be lengthy, but it's a easy question only. Okay, this kind of questions you need to maintain the patience. Proper patience आपको रखना पड़ेगा. Okay, right. So move on to the next question. Next question is also again based on the calculation. Carefully solve the question. It's a round robin. Maintain the patience. This question is the purely based on the calculation. Again, round robin. What is average waiting time? Using round robin scheduling. Process number, arrival time, the bus times are given. Round robin scheduling with a time quantum of 3 units. Carefully solve. If you do simple mistake, you will get the wrong answer. Question is based on round robin scheduling. Carefully solve. See, this kind of questions require patience and a proper calculation. maintain the proper calculation. Multiple answers are coming. Double check your answers. See, these kind of questions are expected. You require a proper patience and proper calculation. Round robin, you must practice. This is the tricky scheduling algorithm. This is little tricky. You must practice. Last 1 minute, I'll wait. Okay. Okay, I'm going to solve that. Many people are giving the different answer. I don't understand. Different people are giving the different answer. So I'm going to solve that. So I think all of you know the concept of the round robin. Okay, right? I hope everybody knows the concept of round robin. So just take the ready queue here. First, you need to solve the problem with the ready queue, right? So, okay, right? And the time always starts at 0. Let me use the white color so it's visible clearly. So at the time 0, which process is available? Okay, just check it out. At the time 0, which process available? Right, at the time 0, only P3 available. So first write the P3 in the ready queue first. So we are scheduling P3 and the P3 requires 9, but the time quantum is what? Only 3. But the time quantum is only 3. So execute for 3 seconds. So if I execute 3 seconds and what is the remaining time here? 6. Remaining time is 6. Now you have to check present time 3. By the time 3, what is the other process arrived to ready state? टाइम 3 तक नया प्रोसेस कौन आया बताओ, चेक करके बताओ. टाइम 3 तक नया प्रोसेस कौन आया? सी दिस अराइवल टाइम ओनली P5. So write the P5 in the ready queue first. Now think about the P3. Now P3 टाइम क्वांटम एक्सपायर्ड, मगर इसका बस टाइम पूरा कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ, तो P3 को वापस रेडी क्यू में रखना है. ओके, P3 को वापस रेडी क्यू में रखना है. इज दैट क्लियर? इज दिस क्लियर फॉर एवरीवन? ओके नेक्स्ट इन द लाइन में क्या है बताओ, P5, टेक द P5. So P5 requires what? 7, but execute only 3 seconds. 6, so 6 सेकंड, ओके मतलब 3 सेकंड चलाएंगे 6 होगा, तो इसका रिमेनिंग टाइम क्या होगा, 4 होगा. देखो अभी करना क्या चाहिए, केयरफुली ऑब्जर्व करो. प्रेजेंट टाइम इज 6, बाय द टाइम 6 व्हाट आर द अदर न्यू प्रोसेसेस अराइव्ड इनटू रेडी स्टेट. बताओ टाइम 6 तक नया प्रोसेस कौन आया, नया प्रोसेस है. देखो ये 5 पे आया, 4 पे आया, ये 5 पे आया, ये 6 पे आया. So that is the you need to write these three processes in the ready queue in the same manner how they arrived. Is that clear, right? जो पहले आया उसको पहले ओके लिखो वहां पे. तो मतलब किसको पहले लिखना बताओ, P6 को पहले लिखना, उसके बाद P4, उसके बाद P2. Now think about the running process P5. P5 completed total execution, तो P5 को वापस रेडी क्यू में डालो. तो नेक्स्ट लाइन में कौन है बताओ, P3 है. तो टेक द P3 रिक्वायर्स 6 बट एग्जीक्यूट ओनली 3 सेकंड्स, 9. तो रिमेनिंग टाइम इज व्हाट, 3. देखो अभी प्रेजेंट टाइम 9 है. बाय द टाइम 9 इज देयर एनी अदर न्यू प्रोसेस अराइव्ड इनटू रेडी स्टेट. देखो टाइम 9 तक अभी नया प्रोसेस कौन आया बताओ, P1 आया. तो राइट द P1 इन द रेडी क्यू फर्स्ट. और लेटर थिंक अबाउट व्हाट, रनिंग प्रोसेस P3 का अभी भी पूरा कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ, तो इसको वापस रेडी क्यू में रखो. तो नेक्स्ट लाइन में कौन है बताओ, P6 है. अब बताओ P6 रिक्वायर्स व्हाट, 4 बट एग्जीक्यूट ओनली 3 सेकंड्स, सो दैट इज 12. तो रिमेनिंग टाइम इज 1. देखो अभी भी पूरा, अभी देखो प्रेजेंट टाइम 12 है. टाइम 12 तक कोई नया प्रोसेस आया नहीं आया, सारे प्रोसेस ऑलरेडी आ चुका है, तो नो प्रॉब्लम. तो नेक्स्ट देखो P6 का अभी भी पूरा कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ, तो इट विल गो बैक टू द रेडी क्यू. राइट द P6 बैक इन द रेडी क्यू हियर. ठीक है. अब बताओ नेक्स्ट लाइन में कौन है, P4 है. देखो P4 requires how much, 2 seconds. So execute only 2 seconds because that is less than time quantum. So that is the 14. So that is the 0 here. अब नेक्स्ट ये पूरा कंप्लीट हो गया, तो it will go to termination state. ओके उसको वापस नहीं लिखना है. तो नेक्स्ट लाइन में कौन है बताओ, P2. अब बताओ P2 requires only 2 seconds. So that is the 16 here. So that becomes 0. Now P2 completed total execution. It will go to termination state. So next in the line is what, P5. देखो यहाँ पे P5 requires how much time here, 4 but execute only 3 seconds because time quantum is 3, so that is 19 here, so that becomes 1. Now by the time, okay, it is not completed total execution, so P5 को वापस रेडी क्यू में रखो. तो नेक्स्ट लाइन में कौन है, P1. okay, follow the same procedure. P1 requires 5 but execute only what, 3 seconds, so that is the 19 plus 3 22. इसका रिमेनिंग टाइम 2 होगा. अभी भी पूरा कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ, P1 को वापस रेडी क्यू में रखो. तो नेक्स्ट लाइन में कौन है बताओ, P3. ओके अब P3 रिक्वायर्स 3 सेकंड्स, टाइम क्वांटम इज आल्सो 3, दैट इज 25, सो दैट बिकम्स 0. पूरा कंप्लीट हो गया, तो टर्मिनेशन में जाएगा. तो नेक्स्ट लाइन में कौन है, P6. ओके P6 रिक्वायर्स हाउ मच टाइम हियर, 1, दैट इज लेस देन टाइम क्वांटम, सो दैट इज 1 यूनिट 26, सो दैट बिकम्स 0. तो नेक्स्ट लाइन में कौन है बताओ, P5. that also requires only 1 second, that is 27, so that becomes 0. तो नेक्स्ट लाइन में कौन है बताओ, P1. so P1 requires what, 2 seconds, 29, so that becomes what, 0. okay, see I'll write down the completion time just for the clarity. okay, आप लोग चेक करो आंसर. okay, हाँ बताओ P1 completion time लिख रहा हूँ. P1 completion time 29, P2 completion time 16, correct, 16, and P3 completion time 25. check karo P3 completion 25, and P4 is 14, and P5 is 27, and P6 is what, 26. so I'm just writing the completion time. okay, now just verify what is the answers. what is the answers, you just verify. completion time देख रहा हूं मैं यहाँ पे 29, next 16, 25, 14, 27 and 16. so if you find out average waiting time, I think you can solve. अभी solve करने की जरूरत नहीं है, तो right answer is what, 14. okay, the answer I am having is 14. check करो completion times match हुआ आपका, एक बार comment करो. 14 is the right answer. average waiting time I am writing here, average waiting time is 14. क्वेश्चन में वेटिंग टाइम पूछ रहा है, तो आपको टाइप करना होगा 14, एग्जैक्टली 14, एग्जैक्टली। So different people given different answer. Make sure you give the right answer. Is that clear for everyone? Okay. Check karo. Many people given the wrong answer. Somebody said 13.16, 23.5, 24.5. Okay, I think previous question or what. So fine. Is this clear for everyone? Move on to the next question. Okay, next question on the screen. MSQ. Carefully read the question and answer, because multiple answers are coming. Right answer, wrong answer are coming. Okay. Ratnesh Pandey. It is like there is no question in the question. Okay. Okay, right. Last 1 minute. Okay, right. दीपक वर्मा, that is tomorrow. Programming and data structure का okay कल है, ठीक है ना? Right. So which of the following are true? Right. Let's move on. Time up, guys. Okay. Somebody giving right answer, somebody giving wrong answer. The right answer, okay, I'm revealing first. Answer is A comma B. So first, mutual exclusion is satisfied and there exists a deadlock. Okay. Remember, the clearly if the deadlock exists, definitely progress is not satisfied. Please understand that. Deadlock implies there is no progress. Okay, that is the first basic thing. Okay, see, for deadlock का मतलब क्या है? Nobody is able to continue the execution. When nobody is able to continue execution means there is no progress. Correct? So next, now see this here, how deadlock is possible. Initial values of Sx equal to 1, Sy equal to 1. देखो deadlock कैसे possible होगा, चेक करो. Deadlock समझा रहा. So first, okay, let's say P1 is saying down of Sx and getting preempted. So when you say down of Sx, it becomes 1 to 0 and P1 is getting preempted. And P2 is saying down of Sy, okay, Sy becomes 1 to 0 and it is getting preempted. देखो first down operation is successful for both the process. So this is saying down of Sx and this is saying down of Sy and both are getting successful. And after that, P1 is coming back and it is saying down of Sy. Sy is already 0. 0 पे down करे तो क्या हो जाएगा? Suspend हो जाएगा. And P2 is coming and saying down of Sx. Sx already 0. 0 पे down करे तो क्या होगा? Suspend होगा. Both the processes are getting blocked. Both are getting suspended. And that leads to what? A deadlock. Okay, nobody is able to continue the execution, that leads to deadlock. Okay, and next coming to the mutual exclusion. How mutual exclusion is possible? See this here. Now this is saying down of Sx, down of Sy. Let's say one process is executing this completely means Sx value 0, Sy value 0. Now other process is trying to execute this, it will definitely suspend. दोनों प्रोसेस एक साथ में क्रिटिकल सेक्शन में आने का कोई चांस नहीं है. Both the process coming into critical section is not possible at all. Okay, because once it is saying Sx 0 and Sy 0, and how this will also come into critical section, not possible. It will get suspended here only. Is that clear? So both the process coming into critical section is not at all possible. Not at all possible. Is that clear? Only one process will come into critical section. So mutual exclusion is satisfied and deadlock possible है. कैसे possible है मैं बताया. If the deadlock exists, the straight away progress is not satisfied. Okay, he is saying progress satisfied, that is not correct. And option D, mutual exclusion is not satisfied. Okay, no, this is also false because mutual exclusion is satisfied. Satisfied. Is that clear for everyone? Is that clear for everyone? Clear है सबको? Yeah, some people given the wrong answers. Please verify. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Is that clear? Right. Move on to the next question. Okay. Carefully read the question. Carefully read the question. Questions maybe based on some calculations also. Right. Make the proper calculation. Move on to the next question. Next question on the screen. Carefully read the question and solve. Hey Kumari, can you explain what is your doubt, exact doubt? जयंती कुमारी, प्लीज एक्सप्लेन व्हाट इज योर एग्जैक्ट डाउट. एग्जैक्ट डाउट क्या है वो बताओ बेटा. Make sure your calculations are correct. Because I have combined everything, millisecond, microsecond, right, nanoseconds. ठीक है जयंती कुमारी, जो समझ आया वो बताया. क्या समझ नहीं आया? ओके उसके बाद ओके आई डिस्कस. जयंती वेट करो, एक क्वेश्चन करो बेटा. Okay, last 1-2 minutes. देखो, many people are not solving because you are finding difficult to solve the calculation. करो करो आराम से करो, it's okay. See, many students are not able to answer this. Very less people are giving the answer. Jayanti, you can message me if you have that doubt. Okay, Jayanti, you can personally message me so that I will explain that. You have that. Okay, any doubt? Because if you are a merit student or if you have properly studied whatever wherever you studied, so you can easily understand that. Okay, right. So okay, this is a direct straightforward question based on the formula, okay, which we have. See this here. Okay, what is the formula we are having? Effective memory access time equal to P into S plus 1 minus P into M, right? So this is the straightforward formula we have. Okay, effective memory access time with respect to page fault service time. Okay, see in the question is saying a paging system where main memory access time is 120 nanoseconds, page fault service time is the 5 milliseconds. See, try to convert everything into nanoseconds. Okay, so that you can easily solve. That's the idea. Page fault service time is the 5 milliseconds. 5 milliseconds. Please understand. Page fault rate आपको निकालना है. Page fault service time कितना दिया? 5 millisecond. So 1 millisecond equal to how many nanoseconds? 10 power 6 nanoseconds. Okay. See, I am writing here 1 millisecond equal to 10 power 6 nanoseconds. I am converting everything to nanoseconds. Easily you can find out. Okay. Plus 1 minus P multiply with the main memory access time is what? 120 nanoseconds. 120 nanoseconds. What is in the nanoseconds? Then what should be the page fault rate to achieve the effective memory access time is what? 1 microsecond. See, 1 microsecond, okay, nanosecond में convert करना है, so 10 power 3 nanoseconds. See, I am writing here, so 1 microsecond equal to 10 power 3 nanoseconds. Is it correct? Okay, you can just rectify me if there is any correction. So you just everything is in the nanoseconds. ये भी nanoseconds में, ये भी नैनो सेकंड्स में, अभी ये भी नैनो सेकंड्स में. So you just solve that equation and get the value of p. Okay, so p into s plus 1 minus p dm. Very good. So okay, अभी solve करो और p का वैल्यू निकालो. इक्वेशन सॉल्व करने को तो आना पड़ेगा आपको, राइट. एग्जैक्ट आंसर इज 0.000. एग्जैक्ट आंसर p का वैल्यू 0.0001760. ओके, एग्जैक्ट आंसर 1760 00 1760 and one more 0, I think 17600, right, 4224. Okay, right. So I think this much not required. I think that is enough. Right answer is what? C, 4224. This is the exact answer. So that much long answer not required. So option C is matching with the given answers. So okay, this is how you need to solve. So first thing, okay, understand the question. Second thing, like how you convert. Okay, many people got confused in the conversions only. And the third thing is what? Calculation. Calculation में बहुत लोग गड़बड़ किया. Calculation में भी बहुत लोग गड़बड़ किया. Is that clear for everyone? Okay, fine. See, okay, that's what I say always. Okay, everything is equally important. Your concepts are important, calculation is important, logic is also important. So in this question, okay, calculation में गड़बड़ किया तो आंसर कभी नहीं आएगा. So many people confusing, okay, milliseconds nanosecond में ही confuse किया और because तीनों use किया मैंने, right? Okay, fine. It's okay. Revise your concepts carefully and rectify your mistakes. Remember, every day is a learning only. Remember, every day is learning. So if you are doing any mistake, please immediately note down. Okay, that is the mistake you have done. You understood something and wrongly understood any concept, wrongly understood any logic, you make a note of that. Okay, rectifying your mistakes, correcting your mistakes every day, then only you will achieve the good rank. Every day, step by step, you need to make an improvement. Okay, in your preparation, in your strategy, okay, everything. Okay, right. So that's all from my side. Okay, about GTQ and practice question practice series. And in the tomorrow we will come up with the programming and data structures. Okay, I hope you enjoyed. We can discuss so many questions. Okay, right? Because the time limitation is also there, so we have to stick to the timelines. So in the tomorrow we'll see, we'll take up the questions from programming and data structure, and you revise all the concepts. Okay, right? So see you tomorrow at the same time, 6 p.m. So thank you so much for everyone. Okay, for coming live, and we had a good interaction with you all. And tomorrow session, like at the end of the session, I will give some tips. Okay, because some people are having okay, डर जा रहा है थोड़ा थोड़ा. Okay, whatever the information I can give, whatever the okay possible things, whatever required for your exam, so I will give that kind of information in the tomorrow session. Okay, right? So see you tomorrow. Take care. Good night. Bye bye.